For daily ask Reddit. What is the story of your worst date? He took off his pants. After a first date of dinner and a movie he asked if I'd like to have some fun. I said no. He apologized for overstepping himself. I told him hey, I totally understand and it's okay. Now the confusing part. He took my word okay as consent for I totally want to do this now. So he immediately and quickly took off his pants. Such awkwardness when I explained it was still a no. I went out one night with some of my girlfriends. I was the young naive girl in our group. We went to this bar that is on a lake and had a great time drinking margaritas. I met a guy, we danced, laughed, really clicked. My girlfriends were ready to go. I didn't want to. He was making promises that he could get me home, but the DD in our group put her foot down and said we had to go. We exchanged numbers and made promises to talk soon, and the DD took us girls home. The next day, I get a text from him. I'm so excited because he had to be interested if he texts the next day, right? We make plans for dinner and he offers to pick me up. Him, so, pick you up at the same address? Me, same address? What are you talking about? Him, the house I dropped you off at. Me, you didn't drop me off. Him, shut up. We had sex in your driveway. Me, no, we did not. Him, yes, we did. Me, I'm really confused. And I think you are too, but I'm not the girl you went home with last night. So the date died before it ever got started. Grateful for the DD though. She was a lifesaver. He stuck his fingers in my dessert, licked his fingers, and did it again. I ordered a lemon meringue pie and offered him to some. He said no only to then proceed to say actually that looks good and sticks his fingers in for a taste. Yuck. I had been seeing this guy for a few months, but he kept me on the down low / didn't want to commit. Finally took me out to dinner in public. We sat at the bar. A little after we ordered, his two friends got to the bar and he immediately got up before they spotted us. He went over to them and sat and ate dinner with them and texted me not to come over. So I sat alone for most of the night until his friends left. I was 28 or 29 years old at the time. We'd been talking for approximately 10 minutes over one drink. Him, so do you want kids? Cause if you do, you don't want to wait too long. You're drying up. Me. Him, it's biology. Don't be mad. Then there was the time I met a guy for coffee. It was like 9 or 10 AM. The coffee shop was busy but fairly quiet. He'd ask me a question. I'd answer and he'd loudly exclaim nice. High five. He did this like 4 or 5 times before I had to tell him to stop. I didn't want to keep high-fiving. He went in for a kiss and he proceeded to ram his tongue in and out of my mouth, leaving his saliva all over the lower part of my face. I was mortified and tried to play it off as to not make him feel bad. That was by far the worst kiss I've ever gotten. I still get second-hand embarrassment when I think about it. My freshman year of undergrad, my tar for a Comp C class I was taking asked me on a date. He seemed normal / nice enough, so I agreed, and we went to dinner at a random restaurant in the city. He ordered for me, which was not my favorite, but I was like whatever, cause he seemed to know the place really well. He was a narcissistic weirdo and he talked about himself the entire time and kept asking me / telling me to pay attention. He told me all about his ex-fiancée and basically went on a rant about how white women are so entitled, so now he's only interested in black queens. It was making my skin crawl. I felt physically ill. At the end I wanted to split the bill he said he would pay, since I'd be paying him later, wink wink. I didn't even know what to say, or do I just stared at him and excused myself to go to the bathroom, and I left through a side door. Luckily there was only 2 weeks left in the semester, so I only saw him again for the final. Edit. TAR means teaching assistant. My university allowed upperclassmen to TAR in intro classes. This guy was a senior, but unbeknownst to me was actually 27 cause army. Yes, he was white.